Fannon Show, Thursday nights, 7 o'clock. We go live! Play some bumps. We'll get some regional council tonight. Welcome aboard! Whew. That poops me out, that intro, man. It makes me crazy. So I'm a little bit of a troll. I'm a troll, I'm living, and I'm fine. I'm one and more on the way. I'm a clown. I'm a racist. I'm hateful. I'm dumb. Oh, offensive. We love offensive. Oh, you're a schoolboy bitch and a weirdo? Two-time loser. Ilhan is living rent-free in my head. She drives me crazy. I'm freaked out. Why have I got a lag? Oh my gosh, I got a lag. It doesn't go with my lips. My lips are not chiming, so you can't see me then. Thursday night was my gig because Crowder comes on Thursday nights. He's on vacation for the summer. Gavin McInnes has now moved to, this is one of my favorites, to Wednesday nights, so that's good. There's no conflict with Crowder and McInnes anymore. That's good. And I'm a troll. I'm living, and I'm fine. And I'm one and more on the way. Go fuck yourself, Jim. You know what? This was nice. I like Claire. Claire, I'm assuming, is the cute one on the left. Not the gay one on the right. So because I'm a troll, she says, "Shut the heck up, racist." That's very polite. Shut the heck up. Nice. Well done. And I call her a hot little terrorist because these people they support terrorism. A misogynistic pig. Well, sorry. This is a troll, okay? Now, this is the original tweet. I responded this, and then it got this type of... I got ratioed, okay? I looked to get ratioed. 92 comments compared to 71 likes. And most of the comments are, fuck you, you're an idiot, which I like. But, hello! Thanks for participating in my little experiment, idiots! It doesn't always work, but when it does, it's good for traffic. And, strangely enough, my Matea Murda interview that was pinned on my page when, I don't know, 1,000 people came by to check me out. Yeah. 11:25. Sorry. I'm having way too much fun. I did not want to broadcast today, and there's only one person that's holding me to the accountability of coming out here, and it's not me. I can tell you that much. I would have bailed. So, yeah. My Matea Murda interview that I did a couple days ago, I've been... Check out Denise McAllister today. She was a good conversation. If you're into that sort of thing. It's on my Twitter page, and wherever you're watching it, it's there. If you're on Twitter or everywhere but LinkedIn, okay? So, where was I? Oh, who cares? We need to get to the regional council. I said I was going to hit regional council. Are we up online? Is anyone listening? I don't care. I'm not looking at your oh, hey now. I'm not looking at your comments. I guess I should be. I'll log in over here. I want to play you some. I did not put this here on purpose. It's just exactly. I watched Tim, and then she came up, and I don't know what she was saying. But okay, this guy cries. This girl not this girl. The girl before this girl cries. Holy fuck. Get some sleep, Kelly. Fuck. What happened? How come Kelly's up again? Oh, this girl cries. Who's this? Houston? We have a tear problem. Okay, and then, okay, so I hit a little bit of that. I haven't watched all this, so we can go through some of it together. I'm interested to see what, well, I know what Counselor Epp is going to say, but this dude and this girl, obviously she's black. She's going to tell you 80 times during her presentation that she's black. I don't know what these two say, but this is Saleh. He's the communist guy. So what are the we have to go back and find out what they're speaking to. What is this? The chief? Is that the chief? I'm hoping I can get to all this. I think it's got something to do with policing. I should probably have my ducks more in a row. Did dude throw the background up? Man, he came back with a background? Okay, so first he did his presentation. It looked like this. Carl Dockstetter. You should be fucking canceled, dude. You're a racist. Fucking racist. Oh, what? Now I'm not going to be able to play this shit? I don't know. We'll get to that.
You will have to turn on your sound.
Yeah, you have to turn on your sound. Okay, so I'm fucking amped up. What? This is Carl.
Can you hear me?
I think. No, this is Sally. Okay, so let's scroll to this young lady right here. Let's see if we can play this for you. Yep, there we are. Nice choice of lipstick color. I'll give you that. Looks pretty good. Blue lipstick is my thing.
I must admit, I almost chose not to speak today at today's meeting.
Can you hear this all right?
As a black woman with a black family, becoming so visible, coming forward to discuss this issue about police reform, it really creates fear for me on a visceral level. I am having flashes of my ancestral and epigenetic memory.
Okay, wait. Epigenetic, what? Okay, I'm not stupid. I'm not the smartest tool in the drawer. You're what? You're what? No, your epigenemal memory. Okay. No, we have to hear this again. I can't. No. Okay, so your body is remembering slavery. Is that what you're telling us, young lady? Hang on.
Of my ancestors that are running from slave catchers with the yawning mouths of their vicious dogs not far behind them.
Now, tell me. I want to know. And this, like, I don't want to be mean. But this is crazy that you are afraid for your life in St. Catharines, Ontario, one of the whitest places in the world. Maybe that's the problem. I don't know. We're getting more diverse. Sure, diversity is our strength, but in St. Catharines, white people are not racist, first of all. There's no KK marching around saying kill the blacks, okay? That was a long time ago. And you can't sell me the idea that your body is afraid for your life in this town because of slavery. But please, go on.
That is how deep the fear lies for me as a black woman standing in the face of even discussing this idea of police reform.
You're afraid to even talk. You're because you're black, you're afraid of the discussion about police reform? Okay.
My name is Carrie Goring, and I am the sole resident that is internalized in this temple of my black body.
You are the sole resident of the person that is internalized in the temple of this black body. I get that you think you're hot, okay? You're a pretty good-looking woman. I don't know about the cultural misappropriation of the Mohawk, seeing as though we have indigenous people, is that what you call them? We can't call them Indians anymore, on the show today. The show, I say that Niagara Regional Council show? How self-absorbed and narcissistic do you have to be to say something like that?
And I am a resident of St. Catharines, which is how I have come to these proceedings this evening. But I am here as a Black woman.
Reading, yeah, we know you're Black. We can see that.
Yes,
you don't have to tell us.
I am the other half of a local.
Oh, wait. This is your opportunity, Carrie Goring, to pimp your podcast, because no one thinks you're racist after this rant. Actually, you'll probably get protected. 610 CKTB's got a spot for you, no doubt, right next to Carl Docksteider that comes on there every day to talk about how his people are oppressed in the greatest country in the world, Canada. Fuck.
Local podcast called Medicine for the Resistance.
Medicine for the Resistance. Are you... What? What are we resisting?
Organization called Embolden in the region, whose focus is on creating healing spaces for BIPOC communities, offering culturally based healing sessions for ourselves online. But today, I want you to truly see me. See this Black face that stares back at you screen to screen.
Stares back.
The face of a Black woman who is in community with you.
We see you're Black.
It is this Black face that cringes almost instinctively when a police officer's car passes mine.
You got the same rights as every fucking other human does. You're not fucking getting pulled over for driving while Black. Yeah, I've been pulled over 5 times in 3 months too, okay? Fuck. It's not cool. You get tickets. Maybe try driving a fucking better rig or staying under the speed limit. Come fuck. Maybe you shouldn't do those rolling stops. I'm sure the cop that pulls you over is saying, what are you doing, Black woman? How can I fuck your day up today? Oh, fuck.
Of being pulled over 5 times in a 3-month period for no apparent reason outside of driving while Black. And this has happened right here in St. Catharines.
It could be for driving while having a wicked smile. Maybe that's it. The cops are pigs, man. I once knew a cop that fucked. He was the arresting officer on a call on a domestic, and he banged the victim, the quote victim, repeatedly. That's fact. That happened.
It is this face that fears for her Black children, especially her Black son, every time he walks out of the front door, because I recognize that my son is a target for anything, for no other reason other than we live in a society that has decided that my son's life is somehow devalued.
Wrong. You're devaluing your son's life by talking shit like this. You're teaching your son. And by the way, I wonder, is there a father in the home? Does your Black son have a Black father? Where's his Black father? Is he in the home? I haven't heard shit about the father. I bet you $100. I'll give you 2-to-1 odds. The father of that Black child ain't around your house. I bet you fucking anything. And if he is, good for you. But I bet you he ain't. So no wonder mommy's afraid every time baby goes out the door. That's what mothers do.
Simply because he may wear some baggy pants or the choice of sweatshirts that he puts on.
Nobody is stereotyping your child based on the clothes that he wears. I don't know.
It is rarely a hoodie I will let him wear, because we must never forget Trayvon Martin.
Trayvon Martin. I should pull up who Trayvon Martin was. A gang-banging, dope-dealing piece of... He was a wannabe. He's a thug. Yeah, he probably shouldn't have got gunned down by Zimmerman, whatever. But I think he bashed Zimmerman's head off the fucking concrete a few times before he shot him. He certainly didn't do it afterwards. You know, of the 9 unarmed black people that were shot in the States and killed last year, 7 of them were resisting arrest. Mm-hmm. And there was 19 white unarmed criminals basically shot and killed. 19 whites. But no, we want to talk about Trayvon Martin and George Floyd, a fucking hardened criminal that put a gun to a pregnant woman's belly and then pistol whipped her while his boys fucking ransacked his house. That's George Floyd. Fuck. I'm so sick of this fucking narrative. Oh, we live in a racist society. You're fucking racist.
For my son, it is truly a matter of life and death.
It's not a matter of life and death in St. Catharines, one of the safest places on the planet. It's not fucking life and death every time your son leaves the house, even if he's wearing a hoodie and some beats like Trayvon Martin. Like, stop it.
And the tensions are growing.
Wow.
It is this black woman that has had to have the talk that all black families must have with their children.
Why so many times with the black? We get it. You're representing a group. Fuck. You're speaking for one, trying to represent a group, and it's a joke.
The one about keeping both hands visible, being careful not to make any sudden movements, ensuring that they're being extra polite and respectful if they're ever stopped by the police.
Yeah, one way to get a raw deal with a cop is be a dick to him, no matter what your color. How's that look? Hey, copper, fuck you. What? Yeah, you give him a hard time, you give him guff, you give him back talk like a spoiled brat, left-wing millennial, fatherless child. Yeah, you're going to get fucking thrown in cuffs probably and taken away, or worse.
Because we know that one erratic movement can escalate into
erratic
a situation.
Movements. You don't make like you're pulling a gun in the car.
It is this
for
woman
sure.
who stands as a black friend, who has had to field stories from other black youth.
I don't know how long I can do this.
In this community who have been unduly stopped by local police officers and questioned, asked where they live, and are told to move along on our downtown streets because any of us gathered in one place serves as a subconscious threat to white sensibilities. It is interesting that when 5 friends are simply walking down the street, they can be perceived as a gang. It is this black citizen that has felt more than just a moment of hesitation to even call the police for help during a domestic situation, as I have a family member that is diagnosed with mental health issues in my home. I'm simply grateful that I no longer live in a high-rise residence with a balcony anymore.
Okay, so how is this relevant to the racist cause? You live with someone who threatened to jump off the balcony and kill themselves because they suffer from mental health. Where are we going with this? Carrie Boring? And guess what? Regional councilors are going to be in tears over this because this isn't actually live. My show's live. This council meeting's still going on right now, and we can catch up to a live point. You can see the difference in like this is live down here. But are you done with this? Yeah, I'm done. So, and then, Carl Docksteyer, God love you. I mean no ill will on these people, no harm. I have no hatred in my heart. But what the fuck is this? Houston, we have a tear problem.
I know the story. So, and in viewing,
why women should not be in politics.
Of all, what do you think is an important message in terms
they
of how we
can't take
can
it
better?
when you call them names, and they can't even watch a fucking presentation without completely losing their shit. Well, I'll also put Kelly Egger in that category because he could so
in terms of helping our youth
kidding me?
who are experiencing mental health.
Hold yourself together, Counselor Houston.
Are at risk of getting lost.
Counselor
into a
Houston's
system.
pretty hot, actually.
Well,
What is it about crying women?
With
It turns me on so much.
looking back on it and reflecting
Look at these
on
people
it,
are like, I don't know.
I think the most
Okay, so then, yeah. So, yeah, okay, Kelly. Let's see if Kelly can put some fake tears on.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Councillor Houston. Councillor Edgar.
Dude, who's this dude?
Thank you, Chair.
I got to stop.
And
Here we go. Turn it on, Kelly.
oh,
Turn it on. Yep.
thank you to the presenters for coming forward.
Dig deep, boy. Go on, dig deep.
We've heard a lot.
You can
We've
do
learned
it.
an awful
You
lot
shake
tonight.
that voice, Kelly.
And
You fucking...
you've all given us an awful lot to think about. And I was wondering, through you, Chair, if I could address
I'm dying.
Councillor Senzik. Councillor Senzik, are you there?
Oh, my
Thanks.
God. Yeah, Senzik's there. Don't worry.
I want to thank Councillor Senzik as well for coming
What a
forward
mutual
and bringing
masturbation
this
society
motion
this
forward.
fucking
But I'm
council
wondering
is. It
if he
is,
thought
not become.
there-
Is. Fuck. Seriously. Did we just see Kelly, like I hate to be dramatic,
for
but
coming forward. we've
Make a world of difference, and so I'm actually looking forward to talking to the chief about that mobile response unit, because maybe if it was available in more municipalities, there would be more people who would have the
so
resources they
honorable,
needed to
so emotional.
help the people they care about.
Yeah.
So
And,
thank you.
and I was going to speak to that. I just want
Yeah,
to
yeah,
say
you're gonna speak
that
to that.
mobile response unit.
Whew. Okay, well, I just wanted to. Now, is this Mayor Tim Bellows? Mayor Tim, this is Mayor Tim, isn't it?
Please.
No. There, no. There's Mayor Tim. Now, Mayor Tim starts out by saying, I've probably been here too long. Yeah, you think,
First
Tim?
of all, I think all councilors are very appreciative of the stand up and tell us what's going on.
Oh, yeah,
and
just stand up and tell you that your
appreciate
police
it,
force
and,
is fucking
Someday
racist.
when you're downtown,
You didn't know that.
Gary,
'Cause they're not.
I'd love to sit down and have a coffee with you or whatever.
Oh, now you're hitting on the chick. Now you want to take her out for coffee.
Discussion.
Fucking pervert. That's what they'd say if I wanted to take her out.
I'm around here probably too long, but
Yeah, you've been around here too long, Mr. Mayor.
it seems to me
I love
that,
Tim Rigby.
You know,
I actually do. I like Tim Rigby a lot. He's a good human being. I want to say he's been a good politician. He's the former mayor of St. Catharines. Man, he's been around a long time. I like Tim. Tim is a nice man, a good man. He doesn't, despite his experience, he doesn't have a whole good grasp of the whole, I don't think they use Robert's Rules of Order, but the procedure mechanism that, committees use and council meetings use and stuff like that. Tim is still getting the hang of it, even though he's been there. Let's see. I don't know. Gotta be 30 years. 25 years between councillor, then he was mayor, then he was regional councillor. It's got to be more than 30 years. I like Tim. I don't have anything against these people. Kelly Edgar, I see him in the Y. Whatever. I give Kelly Edgar the time of day. I tell him what I think. Now, he hates what I think now. See, here's the problem. I talked about this on some of my previous episodes. When I was a lefty, when I was a Green Party guy, guys like Kelly Edgar and even Laura Yip, all of my left-wing friends had time for me when I was green, right? And then as my political ideology slid center right to, I call myself a moderate, for crying out loud. I'm not extreme. I'm not a fucking right-wing extremist. I'm certainly not a lefty anymore. My positions on most things are pretty moderate, and I can be sold. I can have my mind changed, although on most things now, at 52 years old, I think I've come to a place of feeling good about what I believe and how I got here, Now, I'm still like a couple things like capital punishment. I'm leaning away from, I used to say, yes, kill it. Mass murderers, child rapists, kill them. Now I don't think so. But it can be sold. I don't have a cemented position on that. I do have a cemented position on abortion, and it's not radical. I just don't want to ever have anyone be able to abort a baby after 6 months. Can we just, is that so fucking radical? No third-term abortions. None. Illegal, against regulations, lose your license, not able to be done anywhere. You pass 6 months, you can have the baby. You do what you want with it after that. Other than kill it. You can't kill it. Like the governor of Virginia, or what is it, Northam? Like KKK loving. Anyway. The left used to tolerate me, at least, because I sang from their songbook. In fact, I have evidence that many of the left were very affectionate to Mr. Jim Fannon before he was red-pilled, only about 5 years ago. Now, if you say, I'm for strong immigration laws, you're a racist. If you say, don't take my guns, you're a, I don't know, misogynist pig. I don't know how the two relate. It's one of my favorites because everyone knows Jimmy Fannon hates women because he called one a name one time. That's never been done in the history of fucking humankind before. So as I came right, my friends, and just some as recently as last week, I mean, high school friends for over 20 years, leaving me Dear John notes on my wall about how they're breaking up with me because I used to be this and I used to be that, and now I'm a piece of garbage. The last one was, you used to be intelligent and funny and witty, and what happened to you? Well, I'm still all those things. I just don't agree with your politics. And now that I say that Black Lives Matter is a terrorist group, fucking prove me wrong. Marxist, family-destroying, socialist, tear the system down, everyone's against us, racist. Like, racist? Oh my gosh. Got a phone call I need to take. Anyway. Let's see what council's up to now. Seriously. So we listen to, let's see what Yip's got to say. Not because I want to, but because I know what to expect from her. So let's just, let's take all the bitter pills at once. Sorry, Laura.
To ensure clear and consistent messaging and for greater efficiency.
Is she going to cry too?
So in addition to my own questions, I hope, Chair, that you'll forgive me if I go over the usual allotted time because I'm asking questions for some St. Catharines City Councillors as well. So through you, Chair, to Chief McCullough, the slide with your value statement says, through collaboration, transparency, strong communication strategy, and in partnership with the community, we are committed to the following. And one of the statements you're committed to is build public awareness, develop, nurture, support, and promote a culture of diversity and inclusivity. Given that many members of our communities do not perceive the NRPS as being willing to build, develop, nurture, support, and promote, what actions are the NRPS taking on a daily basis to demonstrate these values?
Chief McCullough.
Through you, Chair, what I can say is that as a leadership team, we certainly promote those values within the organization. The mission statement, I believe, is what you were referring to there, is something that is entrenched within the training of our officers on a daily basis. Our officers are committed to working with the community. They're committed to hearing from community members. As well, we're committed as an organization.
Well, what do you want them to say?
Excellence.
Really? Great question, Councillor. Yep.
And Mr. Dockstader brought this up, that you acknowledge the Truth and Reconciliation Commission and the murdered and missing Indigenous women and girls as a priority. And as Mr. Dockstader indicated, and certainly Ms. Krawick did as well, many people in Indigenous communities don't feel that the police do this. So how precisely are you demonstrating that this prioritization?
In other words, you're a racist piece of shit. So is your police force, and there's nothing that you can say that can change my mind. So we'll just skip through that. Another leading question, Councillor. Yep, go ahead.
Including our own internal members.
Councillor, yep.
All right, through you, Chair. Thank you. I think we all agree that it's extremely unfortunate. And
Is that your left hand, Laura?
To agree with this as well, that police have become so involved, have had to become so
Just
involved
wondering.
in responding to mental health calls.
Because what, a
The
grant put a
statistics
ring on
provided
it?
in your presentation,
Oh no, he's got a new
frankly, are
girlfriend now.
alarming. Halfway through this year, 2020, police have already apprehended half of the people to whom they've responded for mental
It
health
must be a
calls.
mirrored image. It must be
I'm
a right
curious
hand.
what that means. What does apprehension mean? Is that an arrest? Are we arresting people who are in mental health crisis? What happens following an apprehension of someone to whom the police have responded for a mental health call?
I want to use some foul language sometimes. Sometimes I want to pull my hair out, what little I have. Sometimes I want to commit violence. Not on Laura. Shut up.
It seems to be in contradiction to the advice
She
given
can
by
beat my ass anyways.
CMHA
Look at
and
those fucking
PMH
pipes, man.
that a mental health
Fuck,
crisis
she trains all the
requires a
time.
mental health response.
I
not
get
a
about 30
police
seconds into a
response. Can you
scrap
speak
with
to that,
Laura, and I
please?
have to fucking lay
Absolutely,
the
and
fuck
thank you.
down.
Go ahead.
And through you, Chair, thank you for asking so that I have an opportunity to clarify that. My comment was in relation to allowing us to work in a partnership, so in a
Yeah, we don't care. Oh, my boy.
Flows through the province.
Here's a pro
through
cop guy
the,
on the screen. You can
formerly
see
the
Bob
Local
Gale.
Health Integrated
I haven't seen
Networks,
this. I'm scrolling
to
through
the Canadian Mental Health Association.
First, I mean, I saw
There is an
Goring's
opportunity, I think,
and,
for council.
I saw Goring's thing. That was
if
it.
it is the will of council.
I did see some docs there as well.
To write a similar letter
Come
that
on.
I have written
Come on,
to
Brian.
The minister
Giddy
and
up.
request additional funds.
I'm sorry, that was on me.
The partner
Gary Zalepa
agencies, and you
Jr..
mentioned this, Chief. How can we help you?
This guy
get
is
there
probably a good
with,
counselor. I haven't
partners
watched
that
much of the
that
regional
we have
stuff,
to help?
but Gary is a good politician. He was
So
a good
through you,
politician
Chair,
in real
I
estate.
think there's a
Who we got here?
In terms of an actual concrete target,
Don't go all out with the
for,
fucking set there, girl.
hirings that when it comes to
Throw a
diversity,
bra on, maybe.
is there an actual concrete target number, or has there been?
Oh, Councillor Butters.
so through you, Mr. Chair, we don't have a hard target for
Oh, my mic was
hiring,
on. Sorry, I thought
from diverse communities.
I thought it was muted there. Whew. Councillor Butters. Fuck. Whew. Oh, I need some butter.
Would
Oh,
you be
there's my
willing to
handsome
come
boy.
back for another meting in which we're able to
Oh, now
ask
are you
some
going to defer now?
ancillary questions and then get through to the motion? So it's just a question to the chief.
That's the Mayor
Through
Senzik
you,
of St.
Chair,
Catharines, of
I
course.
would be more than willing to avail myself to council. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank
so through the chair, I'd be willing to make a motion that another meeting be called and
Oh, we're going
not,
to talk
as
about it again?
Councillor Redekop said, not stack it on to another council
Well,
meeting.
I'm going
but
to
just
come in
have
and
a
fucking
meeting
make a
called so that we
presentation
can-
to you that all your
we
fucking
can address
racist.
and
Listen,
a lot-
I'm coming, Walter. Put me on the agenda. Here's your note, because I know you're watching. Put me on the agenda. I'm coming. Put me. I'm coming. I'm going to blow your shit up. You give me 10 minutes to stand in front of your council and talk about why the police services, the Niagara Regional Police Services, is not systemically racist. You understand what systemic means, right? Like all the way through, top to bottom, side to side. Why we don't live in a systemically racist country, why the RCMP's not racist, why you're not, well, you're a little racist probably, we all are a little bit of racist, but and I suppose there's some people that commit racist acts. Yeah, some judges probably a little racist. It doesn't mean the whole fucking system's broken. It doesn't mean we have to burn everything to the ground and build it in your fucking utopian fantasy, okay? Stop it. We're not fucking buying it. Unfortunately, A lot of you fucking clowns are buying it. Hook, line, and sinker. You're buying the whole, you're taking the whole bait. Nice, Jim Bradley's got, oh, this is like a sign that's kind of like you can change it, obviously. How is Ron Tripp still employed? That's what I want to know. All right. What else do we miss here? We don't need to see her cry. We saw Kelly cry. That was great. That was perfect. Kelly Edgar. And then let's see Carl when he comes back with his virtual background. All of a sudden, Carl, who's oppressed beyond belief and a victim of racism, has enough wherewithal, I hate that word, to put up a virtual background.
Things that I support, but without
now he's on the beach.
Anti-racism language.
And you can't tell it all.
Especially
Look at his
in
head
light of
floating.
the fact that this council only a few short weeks ago actually declared that there was a public health emergency around racism.
No, there's
in
not.
Niagara.
No one said that. What the fuck are you talking about? What? There's a health emergency around racism? You, sir, are a fucking racist. Get it through your head. You can't call all white people racist. You can't say that, like, you are a fucking racist. You need to be deplatformed. You need to lose your job. You work for the Native Center, so. Oh, you want to see racism? I'll show you racism. This fucking goon right here, this Native Indian, that's a racist. Fuck off. Now, who are these two? Other than swingers.
Based upon our interactions with Mike, we believe if he had taken the call, we would have had a totally different outcome. A shout out to Mike. Great work.
Yeah, shout out to Mike.
Our closing
Read your
message to you
fucking
tonight.
shit.
We don't call police for a mental health crisis. We call 911. Maybe this is where better decisions need to be made.
Listen, you want to make sure that the man that shows up to your house when you call for a domestic or a mental health situation shows up with a fucking gun. Do you understand, bird brain? Why? Because very often mental health situation calls get violent. You want guns, billy bats, and handcuffs because if something goes down, somebody may need it. You're going to send a mental health professional out unarmed to a mental health call? You're a fucking retard. Sorry. No offense to the mentally handicapped. I don't mean it that way. I mean, you're a fucking retard. What else you got for us there, Bird?
And the chief mentioned earlier today things that need to happen. Mental health isn't a criminal offense. It appears it is treated as such in many situations.
Mental health is not a criminal offense, but guess what? Stupid. People with mental health conditions commit crimes, and that makes it a criminal offense. What the fuck? Who are these fucking people?
Statistics presented today
I'm going
show
out of my mind.
that we are apprehending citizens labeled
Clearly, I've
as
got nothing
mental
better
health.
to do.
Mental health is a health issue, as the chief pointed out.
Mental
Not a
health
crime,
is a health issue.
but it
Thank
is
you.
a crime. If it's
That's why it's
treated
called
improperly.
mental health.
If police officers are working in the school communities, then perhaps their role would be better served dealing with non-mental health issues, unless the principal decides to engage them.
Excuse me.
The mental health piece within the school could be dealt with by the school
Okay,
mental health
I gotta
team.
go. This
We
is fucking
believe
giving me a
if
fucking
this had
headache.
occurred, our outcome may have been different. We don't believe police should comment on someone's mental health status, especially when it is a known diagnosis, and she knew it.
I don't know what the fuck they're talking about, why they're here. Let's listen to Saleh. Now, Saleh is the Communist Party's candidate in St. Catharines. In the last election, I actually ran in.
Sorry, the clerk tells me that
was
would
for
not
the
be
Bar Party?
appropriate
Was it the
procedure.
last election?
So I'll ask you to proceed. Thank
Saleh
you for the
is
suggestion. I'll ask
on
you
the
to proceed.
committee for
Well, thank you,
anti-racist
Chair and councillors,
at Brock. I
for
think.
giving me the
He's
time.
a commie.
From
Straight
my
up
observation,
Communist.
the Niagara Regional Police Service has had a public relations campaign saying that basically the problems are outside Niagara. There aren't police problems in Niagara, and that the police are already doing many of the things that are being asked of them. I'd like to dive into some of the presentation from the police service and to show that that's not the case. And then if I have time left, I'd like to go over what I believe is an alternative, which there already are 10 specific concrete reforms that have come out of the City of St. Catharines Anti-Racism Committee that I believe are low-hanging fruit, that are action items that should be taken up. Jumping right to page 19 of the police presentation, right near the end with street checks, it is mentioned that for 2017 there were 40
always
stops.
comes prepared. You should
But
know
what's
that.
not mentioned from Board Report 441-2018 is that 5 of them were blacks. That's 12.5% of the 37 actual collections, but only 2% of the population. For 2016, 1/3 of those stopped were Indigenous versus 3.7% of the population, and that's from Board Report number 25. So it's down to 0 for the next year. Why not keep it at 0 permanently by stopping the practice altogether? The practice of street checks is open for abuse because racism exists in society and people are being stopped without being connected to a crime. Let's keep it to 0. Just yesterday, Vancouver stopped street checks entirely. Why can't Niagara follow? We've seen there has been cases where it's been disproportionate. Going right to near the top of the presentation, it's great that there's these focused recruitment efforts, that there is community relations and sensitivity training, but that's not the same as, what are the actual concrete targets? For the 2019-2021 strategic plan, called for 10% diversity hires over 3 years. Diversity hires doesn't just mean visible minorities. At that rate, the NRPS won't catch up to the general population. It needs to work with a diversity consultant to raise the target to at least 15% for new recruits over the first 3 years. So that's, it's great that they're doing these activities, but what's the objective outcome from them? The current target is insufficient. On page 6, as mentioned, a lot of different civilian oversight that police have in Ontario. Police have oversight.
All right. It's kind of like a commercial break for me. I don't know. Maybe. I'm sorry. It looks like this is going to be held over till another meeting. Are they even in session anymore? No, it looks like it's locked on this screen here. So, unless they went in camera. Anyways, that is what your Niagara Regional Council is up to today. They're being convinced that they are, in fact, racist. Too bad. I don't know how many times I have to say this. Yes, bad things happen. Yes, a small minority of people have racist tendencies. An even smaller minority of that act out on it or ever speak out on it, do something violent or against the law. And I would say, I don't know, the averages are probably the same for cops as they are in the general population, wouldn't you say? You think more cops? There's a greater percentage of cops that are racist in Niagara than there are the general population. What do you think the general population, the percentage of the general population that's actually straight up, I'm not talking about guys like me that just say things, and then get called racist. I'm like talking about people that are actively trying to repress and bring hate and violence and just treat people in a condescending way or disrespectful way because of their color, race, religion, sexual orientation. Almost none. It's such a minority. Yes, it happens. Yes, bad things happen. People are corrupt. They do corrupt things. Systems can become corrupt, I guess. Look at Parliament. I mean, seriously, does anything ever get done in Parliament other than just milk tax money from you and make sure that their friends get contracts? Like, I'm so resigned and cynical. It's unbelievable. But you really think that politics isn't corrupt? Yeah, everything's corrupt to an extent, I guess, including This woman.
to apologize to me.
What?
Clearly, he does not want to.
Sandy.
I do not need
Sandy's pissed. I didn't know I
Representative
was gonna play
Yoho
this.
to apologize
Sandy's
to
pissed
me.
because, like Miss Ip, somebody fucking called her a word. Don't use that word. It's mean. And
I do not
you
need
get canceled for it.
Representative Yoho to apologize to me.
So what are you standing in
Clearly,
Congress
he
then
does
for?
not want to. Clearly, when given the opportunity, he will not. And I will not stay up late at night waiting for an apology from a man who has no remorse over calling women and using abusive language towards women. But what I do have issue with is using women, our wives, and daughters as shields and excuses for poor behavior. Mr. Yoho mentioned that he has
How
a
many
wife
times have
and
you
two
used
daughters.
the fact that you're a woman as an excuse to say, oh, that's misogynistic? How many times have you played the victim? Sandy. Fucking actor.
I am 2 years younger than Mr. Yoho's youngest daughter. I am someone.
This woman is a soap opera actress. Like, straight up. Do you see the drama? These are memorized lines. She's stood in the mirror for hours rehearsing this. I know what a rehearsal looks like. I've never done anything rehearsed in my life, so I know what it looks like when I see it.
Someone's daughter, too. My father, thankfully,
oh, here
is
comes the
not
tears.
alive to see how Mr. Yoho treated his daughter.
Holy fuck.
My mother got to see Mr. Yoho's disrespect on the floor of this house towards me on television.
I don't know how making fun of this people helps anything. I don't know. I don't know anything else. All I see is race bait, rage bait, and I'm falling for it all. And I'm a white guy. I'm getting pulled in to your race baiting by hating it, by watching CNN and MSNBC and watching AOC tell us that a bad man said a bad thing, so he should fucking lose everything.
Television. And I am here because I have to show my parents that I am their daughter.
Well, thank God for that. I'm glad that you have the ability to show your parents where you came from them. Oh man, it's exhausting. I swear. God help me. What is up, Twitter? Why you gotta do me like that, Twitter? Twitter continues to fuck with me. It's okay. What the hell is this? Jonathan Vance is out. Rumor has it. Keenan Brext. Why am I getting this as an ad? You see, where does it say promoted? No, it doesn't say promoted. This is an ad. Why is pedophilia cool? Why is having sex with children, sleeping with children, like normal? Why is drag queen story time like something that you want your grade 1 class to go through? What the fuck is going on? Now, I don't think Michael Jackson was a pedo. I think he was a weirdo, but I think those kids are fucking lying, actually, for money. What do you think? I know he was a fucking freak. I know he was a weirdo, but didn't his father chemically castrate him? Isn't that why he had the high voice? He didn't get that surgically altered. That came because his father fucking, chemically castrated him. How do you do that? With estrogen? So anyways, I get this on my Twitter feed. I'm thinking, like, I like Michael Jackson's music. I thought he was fantastically talented. Obviously, like most people. You can't deny it. A little fucking weirded out with the plastic surgery obsession. Obviously not such a stable human being as far as mental capacity goes. He seemed a little fragile, immature or whatever. But I don't know. I watched as much as I could about that movie about the Never Neverland or whatever. I couldn't get through it. I watched half of it maybe, and then I decided that it was bullshit, or I couldn't take any more, and then I went away from it, and then I decided that I thought it was crap. Like, yeah, he was a weirdo, and maybe he liked to sleep with children in the same bed. Maybe even I give him the fucking cuddle with the blanket, like holding on to a kid or whatever, but I don't think he was a fucking pedo, a petter. I could be wrong. There's a good chance I'm wrong, but I don't know. I think my mother would say the same thing. She was a good judge of character. I think he was a weirdo. I think he had an obsession for kids, but not a sexual one, because I don't think he was a sexual creature. I think he was a what do you call those? Fuck, I can never remember that word. I need you guys to tell me, I want to say gelding. That's a eunuch. That's it. Thank you. I think he was a eunuch. I don't think he had any sexual desires for either sex, let alone little boys. So, anyways, I just thought it was weird. What did I put? Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting promotion from the standpoint that I didn't expect that to come into my feed. Yeah, and he did have some serious pedo allegations, but I guess if you're dead, you can't get canceled now, can you? No, you can not be canceled if you're dead. All right, 7:53. I can't believe I killed an hour of fucking feeding you bullshit. If you're listening to this, your life is more pathetic than mine. Congratulations. I don't mean that, of course. You know I love you. Council's over. I apologize for nothing. Trew.Tube. Let me see if I can. No, I got it cropped. So, you're not supposed to see the. And what's up? I have to check this out. What's up with the latency? If I go, oh no, it's good now. Maybe I got a little bit over here though. Oh yeah, I didn't have latency before. So hopefully it's coming through. I'm not getting latency on the camera, but I am in my OBS, and I'm not used to that. Go to Trew.Tube. I don't care if you do actually or not, unless you just want to see like a work in progress. I'm going to shoot for. Let's go. I don't know. So let's say September 1st. I think October's a better date, but there's no reason I can't get it done by September. I just have to fucking do some more work. I'm in the process of rebuilding the YouTube channel with all my old radio shows, which you can see here. Jen Chapin. There's 3 songs on this. This is actually a pretty. Can we go to this? I don't want to. I shouldn't do this because if it doesn't work, I'll be
on my new album, which is called Desert or Sea, which I wrote it. The song Desert or Sea, the title track, is it's kind of an intimate family.
I interviewed her, and then I spliced up. Like, she talked about the 3 songs that she sent me. So I think this is. I'm really proud of this work, actually, because Jen Chapin is one of my favorites. A fucking, I don't know, a lovely woman and a brilliant artist. I've met the whole family. Stefan Crump plays, her husband, plays stand-up bass. The kids were amazing. They were in the studio with me. And she's a hardcore lefty. She's a teacher in the States, New York. I forget what borough. Maybe she talks about it here. A really good conversation. I disagree with her politically on everything that she's not everything, but most of the things she stands for politically. But yeah, I'm proud of the way this turned out. It's this is from the iTunes. It's coming through the Trew.Tube channel. This is the Trew.Tube YouTube channel, which I'm not really promoting. It's just like a backup site. See, because I feel like. Like, people are going to try. I know it's not. I'm not paranoid, but there's actually someone that said, no, you didn't get YouTube. You didn't get hacked for no reason, dude. There's people that don't want you saying the things that you say, and they'll do anything to get you off the air. So I think I'm hesitant, but that's it. There's the Trew.Tube. You can see it in the very top corner. But this is, again, an interview that I spliced up, and then she talks about the song, and then we hear the song. Then she talks about another song, then we hear that song.
Family song, like
iTunes,
thinking about what's the future
segments.
decisions you're going to make as a family unit, where you're going to be, what you're going to do. But in making it the title track, now, I realize that the title also speaks to climate change, you know, because that's what we're looking at, you know, the world being either flooded.
So, anyways, it works. Go to Trew.Tube. There's 3 songs. Maybe just 2 songs. Oh, no. 3. Desert Sea, Secret, and Drinking Song. And they're really good. Jen Chapin is the daughter, not that it matters, of Harry Chapin. Yeah, Cats in the Cradle. And it's a really good interview. And she talks about some social justice things. And I don't push my peeps, you know. I mean, they believe what they want to believe. I'm not going to, like, get in a, you know, when they're, I love Jen Chapin. Spent some time with her when she was in town. Got to see her perform more than a few times. I have Jen Chapin vinyl, okay? That's how much of a fan I am. So go check out Trew.Tube. So there's no .com.ca. It's Trew, Trew. Trew. Got it? All right. Normally, I would be off to watch my Steven Crowder, but he's off for the summer, and Gavin McInnes probably has a segment coming up right now. It is 7:59 EST, and we'll go out with How We Came In, with the spooky music of Jay Beatty and Company. He's a good man, that Jay Beatty. No, you weren't supposed to see that. You weren't supposed to hear. Oh, you didn't hear anything. It was too loud. You couldn't hear shit. So it's 8 o'clock. I am out. Thanks for checking out the Jim Fannon Show. Thanks to Jay Beatty and the crew for this. It's the Jim Fannon Show live. Thank you. Good night now.